Hi everyone, this is Roxana from Shooting Stars Foundation. So good to have
Hi.
you here. Hi Gayatri.
Hi,
Hi.
Hi all.
hi everyone.
Hello.
Great. Have around
Done now. It started. I don't know. No, not started. ಅಪ್ಪ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಾಗ ಇದಾ
Get it straight enough. And he did. The beauty of that shot from Mitchell Stark is he try and overheat it, which meant he was able to.
great. Okay, so we will wait for the next 5 minutes to start this entire session.
Start to jump. That was just nice for the league. No wonder his eyes.
Hmm? Hello everyone. So my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Great. Okay. We'll wait for a couple more minutes. I see a lot of people joining. So yeah. We have around 62 participants at the moment, and We have a few more people waiting in the waiting room. And we have the live going on. So in that, we will be having the viewers soon. Cool, then I think we can start the meeting. So I hope you guys are equally excited as I am. I'll start sharing my screen and introduce the panelists that we have here today, and we can get started from here.
So good evening, all of you. Sorry, I'm a bit late here. This is Lata Narayan from Shooting Stars Foundation. Okay, before Rukshana gets started, a thing that we do is we do a screenshot of everybody in the screen. So if all of you can please come on video, hopefully all of you are okay to come on video. It'll be nice so we can take a screenshot. Welcome, Optiv CyberSecurity team. Okay, there you go. There's our participants. Anusha, Srinidhi. Srinidhi is our professor from Jyoti. Rakshita. The reason we do is, okay, so my name is Lata Narayanan. I'm the CEO of Shooting Stars Foundation. And sorry, I'm completely jet lagged here today. Just came to India a couple of days back. So that's why I'm a bit late.
She came all the way from US to India.
And I'll be there at Jyoti Institute next week. So see you all tomorrow. So by the way, yeah, so it'll be very nice if all of you can come on video, please. So we take one screenshot and then we get into the meeting. Just for 1 minute. So it'll be nice for the speakers. Usually we request everybody to be on video during the call. So for the speakers, it's pretty good for them to see, hey, okay, these are the people we are talking to. And with the world of AI, I think people are now, figuring out how to put AI faces. But these are actual faces, Optiv. These are actual human beings. We all are here to hear what you're here to say. Okay, so I think, come on.
I've also taken a couple of good pictures. Like I have a full screen of people right here. So yeah, great.
Okay, Rukshana, I think you can start. Welcome all again. Go ahead, Rukshana.
Yeah, welcome all of you once again. I will share my screen right now and quickly introduce Optiv to all of you here. And yeah. I request that all of you stay muted. Great, I think my screen is visible, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have the Optiv CyberSecurity Hackathon with us today. We have the Women in Tech panel happening right here, and we have cybersecurity experts from Optiv today. So without any further ado, we can get started. So here are our panelists. We have Rupam Srivastava, who is the SIEM engineer in Optiv. We have Lisa Kumar, who is one other person in Optiv as a senior manager. So you can see Gayatri Sukumar here. She's a senior manager in QRM team supporting cybersecurity market segment in Optiv, and as an experienced senior manager with over 30 years of experience, like 3 decades of experience. She is like a well-experienced person in this field. She has traversed from being an executive assistant to administrative in the field of logistics, and then she came to being a projects and program manager, stuff like that, and then having a lot of experience in project and program management over the last 8 years. She has been exposed to leading several organization best and leading practices. So currently she's handling the quality assurance reviews and working with the different teams and developing working relationships with other teams within Optiv. So welcome, Gayatri. Would you want to say something about yourself?
Nothing right now, but thank you for the introduction.
Great, though. Then we have Nishta Saraswat. She has a 9.6 years of experience in information technology, infrastructure support, and application development and maintenance. She is working for Optiv from past 3 years as senior software engineer. She's here as for Optiv's ServiceNow application development, support, and maintenance. She also worked as a subject matter expert when needed in her team, and she's providing trainings to new joiners and managing databases inside the application. Welcome, Nishta, once again.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction, Roxana. Thank you.
Great. Then we have Lancy Nadar. So Lancy, she's working with Optiv for the past 5 years, and she's working as a senior security analyst. And she has around 11 years of experience in security risk management and with respect to compliance and cybersecurity fields. And she has an expertise in fraud investigation, malware analysis, managing incident response, and consistently nurturing the IR process to meet the needs of the company. So welcome, Lancy, once again.
Thank you, Roxana.
Great. Then we have Rupam Srivastava. She's working as SIEM engineer in Optiv for the last 3.5 years, and she has an experience of over 6 years in the field of cybersecurity. And I've also worked as analyst in many companies where she has been expertise in malware threat analysis and incident response. So she has been certified in CompTIA Security Plus. So good to have you. Welcome, Rupam.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
Then we have Atmiya Nayak, the cybersecurity operations manager with Optiv Security for a little more than 1.5 years. And she has started her career as a networking engineer, but then from there onwards, she moved into IT security audits and finally now in cybersecurity. So as an operations manager, her key roles is to ensure the safeguarding of clients' security posture from the adversaries and protecting their assets from cyber criminals. Welcome you, Atmiya.
Thank you, Roxana. Excited to be on the forum. Thank you.
Great. Yeah. So also, once again, I'd like to welcome Lata Narayanan. So Lata is the CEO of Shooting Stars Foundation, a nonprofit organization here in India and also in some parts of US, which is working remotely, but helping a lot of people and changing a lot of lives. So welcome, Lata, once again. And yeah, we can get the panel started.
And very quick thing about Roxana, again, she's a digital marketing executive, part-time. She's a second-year student of cybersecurity, actually. Roxana, do you introduce yourself? She's a second-year cybersecurity student. And not only that, she's an amazing speaker. She's won several awards. She's gone to the parliament, spoke in the parliament, talked with my Modi ji, and did a lot of here, won the Tamil Nadu awards, went and got an award from Stalin. So very, very lucky to have her as part of our Shooting Stars organization, as well as being able to talk with you today. Welcome, Roxana.
Thank you, Lata. Good. I think we can get started with our Women in Tech panel questionnaires. So we have a set of questions, and even before that, I do think you guys have a lot of experience with several decades of expertise in this specific fields, right? So I think I could start my session with my first question to Gayatri Sukumar. So
you can stop sharing. You can stop sharing, Roxana, so that we can pin the speakers.
Okay, so I'm really excited that we have Gayatri here, who has around 3 decades of experience, and I think asking this question to you specifically is something that you are the best person to really answer this. So why do you think we need more women in women in the tech industry? You being a woman here for around 3 decades.
Basically, having a woman in the tech industry is to bridge the gap, the gender gap, actually. If you look at it, that is how I would think in the tech workforce. To bridge the gender gap is very important. And it also starts removing the stigmas of around gender and driving innovation in the technology sector.
Got that. So, the essential part would be to bridge between both
Yes.
the generations and, take it from
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
So we don't find any lags at any place. So that's good. I'm
That's
happy.
true. And women are more than capable, and they are qualified to excel in technology based fields. So that is another reason. And if you look at it, we are like women multitask, and that is also an advantage that women have in the workforce.
Correct. You have Lata here. Lata Lata does a lot of things and is involved in 35 plus projects in our company itself, and is doing a daytime work at another organization. So multitasking. We as women lead an example in that space, I think. So
Absolutely.
managing household chores and all our work profiles. So that's an amazing part about women. So multitasking, yeah, definitely go.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. So, while we were, traversing in this, one common question that I can put forth for all of you is that how did you guys get started with tech? First could be Gayatri, and then we can follow it with the next speech.
If you ask me, I have not been a core technical person, but then yes, I have developed an interest in technology. That's how, if you look at my qualification or education or the work, I have been more a people side person and then into quality. I'm like more to be on the psychology side. So, but then I developed interest in tech because of my quality reviews. So that is how I have been able to, contribute my little to the organization.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So can we hear from you, Atmiya?
Sure. So Ruxana, to answer, how did I start in tech? So when I completed, there's a short story which I'd like to share with all of you. Okay, so when I completed my BE in electronics and telecommunication, after that, I just joined my first job. And like everybody back then, well, it was in 2000, so it's been 22 years of experience in IT that I have. So when I had started I had also joined as a software engineer, and didn't know much about where to go, what to do other than coding, because that was the buzz thing way back in 2000. So as I said, in the first job, it was a small company, 100 employees, and after a month of joining, the CEO one day just came to me, and he's asking me like, why do you choose to go into software when you have done your BE in electronics and telecommunication? So I didn't have an answer to it. I was like, I just did my project using software coding, and I just thought of exploring this. So he was like, I have an offer for you. Okay. They had a networking, a department which they had just opened up, and they wanted employees in there. They had an AVP there, but they had none of the employees to fill in the network segment. So they said, I have an offer. Why don't you try working into networking? If it doesn't suit you, we can always take you back into software coding, and you can do that. So just give it a try for 4 months. And I thought for a minute, and then I said, okay, why not? And that is how I came into networking. And from there on, my journey started into networking. From there to network security, and then the IT audits, and now in cyber operations. So I would say, the key here is that whenever an opportunity comes to you, don't just, close the doors. Go ahead, learn, see if it fits you, see if it interests you, and if not, you can always come back, do something, explore something else. But yes, when some opportunity comes, I think we should take that opportunity and make use of it and learn. So that's how I landed in tech.
I mean, yes, utilizing every part of it without, just passing by it. That's something that we need to, definitely imbibe in ourselves. We need to give a shot into anything and everything that comes in our way so that we can explore a lot of things before settling down for a specific thing and thinking that nothing other than this would work. So great point, Atsmia. Good. Then, yeah, so, like another question that, I have for Atmia is that what are the challenges or the stereotypes that you faced or you saw in the tech industry?
Yeah. So when it comes to women in tech, or rather working women, okay, we all know that in Indian background, I mean, in the Indian society that we are in, we are expected, it's like deemed that, okay, you have to take care of everything at house. So it's like working for working women, there is an added responsibility, okay, not just handling the house, but even on the work front to give their 100%. So what I feel is the challenges that most of the working women would have, okay, at some point in their life, is when they are married and have kids, the additional responsibilities of the kids. So having a strong support system, I think, is very, very essential. So all of us, if we need to really continue, okay, in our, continue in our career, we should always have a strong support system that we can fall back on. And apart from this, I think so that challenge, I think everybody would have. So not just that, one should also learn to prioritize. Okay, at every stage in our life, there are going to be priorities. I mean, something we have to prioritize, and we should decide what at that point in life is something that we need to prioritize. And for example, at some point in time, it could be that my family or my kids need more time, so I have to prioritize that than my career. But as soon as that settles, maybe I'll have to prioritize my career. And so that keeps on changing, and we need to evaluate that. It's a constant evaluation that we need to do and keep on changing, and work. That's to have that work-life balance. That's very important. So that these challenges, I think, will come. It's just that we need to evaluate at every stage in our life and act accordingly.
That's perfect. As women, we have a lot of evolution in the life stages that we have, and priorities changes. So having a work-life balance and coping up with the stereotypes that we have at our home or out of the office and anywhere, right? So I mean that's honestly what we need to definitely develop within ourselves. So a very valid point. Thank you, Atmia.
Thank you.
And yes. With this being said, I think, multitasking and, managing the work-life balance, I really want to ask Rupam, if, what is currently lacking in the tech industry, by which, people are not attracted to it? Like, why are women not given common preferences? Is there still these type of stereotypes or challenges that are going across?
Yeah, I feel like women are very, very less in tech industry because like if we see the ratio of men versus women in the tech industry, it would be hardly 30 to 33%. It's 3:1 ratio. So it's very less, I believe. It's not even 50-50. And the working women is just 33%. We don't know how out of 33%, how many are into the tech. So I think the women are not that much aware about this industry, that what is happening inside. They are kind of scared of and going into it and taking up the challenges that they also can do it, because women's are like multi-skilled. They can handle anything around. So I think they are having a little bit of nervousness inside. Education on that part, that what happens if you choose this field, how far you will go, and how your life will be. It will be very nice if you work in a happy, good environment. And tech is something where you learn and learn and learn. It's not, there's no stoppage. So I think awareness, education about this is really important. Then only we can uplift the women into the tech industry.
Definitely, yes. A pull through is needed. If women are not, getting onto this, there should be some sort of helps that are being lent in by the office, by the professionals out there. So I think that's something that we can, get on with, and we from the tech industry can do within our company, or outside of the company, to enrich a lot of people around us. So that's great. And with this being said, I move on to Lancy. So, Lancy, so you being a young person right here, what do you think, young women, what advice can you give to young leaders amongst the tech industry?
Yeah, thanks, Ruxana. Basically, what they need to do is the very first thing, they should take that initiative, that one step ahead of coming up and that growth to see in that career. Don't pull yourself behind that you can't do anything in tech. No, take that initiative, take that step first to learn. There are a lot of things there available, like tools and technologies. If you learn that, you get knowledge. The more you gain knowledge, you'll be able to share that out. And more importantly, always be vocal. I feel that they should voice out whatever they have, any sort of doubts, questions, clarity they need. All those young women should step up and say, what is this and what is that? Get that thing, get the doubt clarified, and don't hesitate. Feeling shy will not take you anywhere. The more you come out of your shell, the more you will get wings, the more you will fly. So that is what I feel. And I also feel always have a healthy competition within yourself first. And then that will also help you to grow in your career, to grow in your work. That will definitely bring differences. And also bringing up new ideas, sharing those ideas with your team members or with anyone in your team. That will also help. And the other thing is, the more you groom, like the more you talk with each other, the more you do brainstorming with each other as a team, you grow as a team as well as you grow as an individual. So my basic point in this particular topic is, don't feel shy. Just come out of your shell, try to explore. There are a lot of things there in IT field, and women can do that.
Correct. The validation, right? That we need here. That validation can bring in a lot of good people around us, and a lot of potentials within us also. So definitely a great point, Lindsay. So yes, Nishita. So I have this very interesting question for you. So do you think that women in tech conferences and events should be supported, or do they contribute a greater segregation?
Thank you, Ruxana, for the question. So, like as Atmeya and Rupam said, that this industry is 3:1 ratio. So where women are very like few numbers and the men are in a very large number. So what I feel is like when there are lots of people who are men in this industry, sometimes obviously we do not have the diversity in the gender. Sometimes what people think that if a woman is going into a conference or in an event where men are so many in numbers, then they won't feel that much safe. So yes, we should support these kind of events, like where we talk about women in tech and all those things. And as Atmeya said that whenever a woman is going back from office to their houses, they always feel that there is a pressure of doing all household work. Like people will always expect from a woman that she will come from office and then she will cook for them, she will take care of all the kids and all those things. So when we do these kind of event, women feel freedom to speak what they are trying to achieve in their life, what they want to do in their life. So all these kind of event where only the women are present and they are speaking about themselves, all obviously it feels a lot of safe. And also it gives them the situation, or it's give them the freedom to speak about what they feel and what they want to achieve in their life. And they can also do the networking where they can learn from other women, they can have somebody who can guide them. So this is obviously very needed in today's generation.
Correct, correct. Networking part is the best thing about women in tech sessions, right? So those networking are gonna travel like lifelong if you're gonna maintain it in the right way. So networking part is like a definite thing in women in tech conferences, and the greatest segregation, if we can point out several point on it. One thing would be the accessibility. And the other thing is, when a man entered into a women in tech conference, he shouldn't be feel let down. So, those type of things are there by which, man is just, okay, I'm going to stay away from this like that. So, I think that we should like make it very neutral. We should be making it, telling them, hey, no one will pinch you at any point. You can come and learn a lot of things from us. So yes, that those type of things could be brought in. Thank you, Nishita. Great. I think so. We can get with one other question to Gayatri. So Gayatri, I have this question that that I really want to ask you. So what is something that is your biggest learning after into the tech industry, and that you wish you knew it very earlier? So what kind of what was the biggest learning in your entire life that you wish you knew?
It is like, you need to listen to people around you, because that is something that we miss. We are not concentrating on what people are speaking when you are around the leaders, especially. So this is something I wish I knew much earlier in my life, because I started work when I was 18 years old. And I did all my education, either evening college or correspondence. So that is how it has been. So at that young age, listening to what they are saying and, putting it into use is very important than just trying to grow. I'm moving from one level to another level doesn't really help you if you're not listening to what your leaders are talking. That is so very important. And the people around you are a gold mine for learning new ideas, new skills, new ideas. But only if you take the time to listen to them. That is important. So I feel that is something that I learned. Talk to your seniors. Wherever you think it is appropriate, ask them the right questions. This is things, asking the right questions is very important. If you ask the right questions, you get the proper input, and that is how you grow. You learn more. If you're not going to open up, ask questions, what will he or she think if I'm going to ask this question, is you're locking yourself and you're not letting yourself grow. So if you want to learn, grow, make sure that you listen first, and then you're asking the right questions at the appropriate time. It cannot be like any time you just walk in and ask. But when you see that there is an appropriate time for you to ask them the questions, you should be asking and get your answers, seek your answers. This is something that I have learned. That is how I have grown in life.
That's an amazing reply. I mean, like listening part, we mostly lack as we grow.
Yes.
So that's definitely a good point.
And the other thing I always tell people is, don't think I know everything. Then you stop learning and growing. You always keep telling yourself, I still have a scope to learn more. And the process of working in an organization also helps you to keep constantly learning new things, because you don't work in one industry. If you go and look at my resume, you will see I have worked in IT, I have worked in a pharmaceutical industry, I have worked for the hospitality industry, I've worked for software, I've worked for telecom. My first job was in a publishing industry. So if you can grow from one industry to another industry, and then you're where you are today, is best just because you want to learn. You should never let that, what do you say? Wow, I don't know how to put it, but then don't let your learning stop at any point in time. So learning is very, very important.
That's mind blowing. Oh my God, you have an experience in pharmaceutical, and then you have another experience in publishing industry. That's amazing. Hats off.
Like I've worked in varied industries. No industry has any correlation to the other industry. But then every industry teaches you something very different. So that is how you learn, and then you value what you do.
Correct.
Unless you value that, nobody is going to value what you're going to do. So we cannot go back and say, oh, they don't allow women to grow, but we have to be assertive where we need to be assertive, but and at the same time be very polite when you're saying it, so that nobody finds you rude. Nobody thinks, you're talking, you want to assert yourself by being rude. No, be very assertive when required, and then don't make the other person feel you're being rude at the same time.
That's amazing. That's like, picking up every stone that comes
Yeah.
and, taking a toll on everything that comes our way. That just as, what Atmia said earlier. So
Yes.
you've got a lot of expertise in all of the, industries, and we wish we can learn from you here in the session as well.
Thank you so
Great.
much.
Great. Okay, so I'll go back to Atmia. So Atmia, as you can see, what do you think and what do you believe that girls should know to consider technology as a career option?
Okay, for this, I think one thing we all know, all of us here are somewhere related to technology, and we know that technology keeps on changing. Okay, whatever is there today, obviously it's going to evolve and something new is going to come. We've seen from microprocessors, we've come to cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and what not will come in future, we don't know. So what is the essence is that we have to keep on learning. Okay, learning never stops. That is the thing in technology, because when something new comes, you have to upgrade yourself, you have to update yourself. Only then you will be able to work in tech. Okay, otherwise once you're outdated, nobody's going to ask, nobody's going to value what you possess, what experience, and experience never goes waste. So what I'm saying is knowledge and experience are two things which will never go waste. Okay, so keep on upgrading, keep on learning. Most of you who have joined this session, I think you might be just out of college, and if you think that okay, now I'm out of college and my studies is done and dusted, no, that's a part of college is over, but the studying and the learning continues. It will always continue. As long as you are there in tech, it has to continue. So keep this in mind, that first is that you have to upgrade yourself, keep learning, and whatever knowledge and experience that you gather, it's definitely going to help you. It's never going to go waste. So it'll always help you, and always look within you whether you have grown to be a better version of yourself. I mean, look within and try to imbibe those qualities or learn things that make you a better version of yourself. That's it.
Working on self-construction, right, Atmia? In one point I can put this into, right? So working on ourselves, anytime it's going to be the best choice. So definitely, bettering ourselves at every step is such a virtue that we have to keep in mind every time. So thank you so much for reminding us on this. Great. Over to Rupam. So Rupam, in your experience, does being a woman in your profession come with the extra mental challenges that you have to overcome? For instance, doubting your own self and your own ability. So what do you think of?
I think everyone goes through some mental challenges in every stages of their lives. So it's not like just only women who are working, they are only having some sort of mental challenges, but also the women who are, the girls who are studying, everyone is facing, I believe, in today's date, that they are facing some sort of mental challenges because of the society and because of your work environment, or the other person is trying to move ahead of you and you are doubting yourself. But I believe we should not think that way. We should have that a confidence in us that should not doubt the ability of oneself, that you can't do it, because ultimately everyone has a unique personality and they can do things magical, and you have to face that challenge. Like if you are going through something, you have to face it, have some patience when you are trying to achieve something and you are getting so many hurdles on your way and you are trying to get into something. I believe I have not faced a extreme mental challenge where I would be doubting my ability, but I keep very much patience. I'm always in that patience zone that everything will be fine. Okay, you can do it. So I believe everyone should be like that. Don't panic, and it will anyways harm you. It will harm your thinking ability. And once you start to doubt yourself, then definitely it's very difficult to move on to the next step. As said by other people here, they are talking about to just move one step ahead, be open, and try to take up the challenges. So mental challenges will be always there. It's a universal thing, but we have to keep it in a low key, and we have to have patience and have confidence within us that we can do it. There's no issues. Everything will happen on time, and everything will be good.
I think we all need it. We all need that advice. Everybody, including the adults, experts in the room. The three idiots phrase, right? All is well.
Yeah, all is well.
Will be well.
Everything will be fine.
That's totally amazing.
Everything will be fine.
Okay, Rukshana?
Yep, here. Yeah.
I think Rukshana's lost. She's not able to figure out which advice to take. She's lost at this point. We can't hear you, Rukshana, if you're speaking.
Is it audible now, Lata?
Now it's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Got it. So, self-construction and self-destruction are two things that are on our hand, and it's us that who is going to, choose the best between both of those. So great point, Rupam. Thanks to you. And I'll move with Lancy. I have a very interesting question for you, Lancy. So what do you think? You've been mentored by a lot of people, correct? So
Absolutely.
please let me know how mentorship in your life is the best thing that you've ever been into.
Yeah, because I believe mentorship is definitely will help one to groom in their career. That's the first thing. You always get to learn something or the other from your, from the person who is giving you the mentor. You being a mentee and taking guidance will definitely help, because they give you real-time experiences, what is happening right now, what is happening in your team, what is happening, what sort of attack is going on, all those things that we see in our IT field. So that is one thing. Second thing, what I feel is they're like a guiding star. If you have someone to mentor, they will definitely help you to choose the right path. That is one thing. And this has also helped me in a positive way, because coming into this field, because I started off as a tech support advisor. And for a long time after that, I jumped into compliance. Then from there, I jumped into cybersecurity. So for me, seeing these three different things, that has really helped me, because in every career path of my phase, I had someone or the other who guided me to the right way. So now where I have ended up here, this has really helped me a lot. The more your brain starts working, the more skillful you become, the more self-confidence you gain. That is what I have seen.
That's amazing. That's amazing, Lancy. Followed by that, mentoring could be something that adds on a lot of virtues and tells us and, screens us in a lot more good way. So definitely mentoring is a great go on our earlier career, right? Early part of our career. So great thing. And Nishita, so do you think what is the best leadership advice that you've ever got? What is it?
So actually I have like in this industry, people have a lot of complaint that they do not get a good leaders, and they always have complained with their leaders that they don't give them opportunity and all those things. But I was very lucky enough to have great leaders in my team from since the beginning of my career. So what I have learned from them is like we should always treat our team members not like a leader but like a partner. Like we should always ask them that we have this thing to be executed as a project, so how we can achieve this, and who is good in what, and who wants to take which thing to work on. So like sometimes people know scripting and coding, but they are more interested to do something like a project management work or as a testing. So we should always give them opportunity to like what they want and what how they want to execute it. And the second thing is we should always trust them that they will be able to achieve whatever they are saying, and we should always promote communication and collaboration within the team. And also as a leader, we should never feel like that we are a leader, we will always tell that you have to do this, so you have to do this only. We should always be humble with the team members. And we should also, I have seen in some examples which happened with my friends, that they used to tell me that being a girl, I'm not getting this opportunity because they feel that after a year I will get married, or after 2 3 years I will have kids, so I will not be able to do or pursue whatever I'm doing right now. So this is one more thing, that all the leaders, like whoever is the leader, they should always treat all the team members equally. They should not feel that somebody is right now they are with them, and after some point of time if there is a woman or a girl, they should not be they will not be able to continue in the team. So we should not give them those many opportunities. We should always be like a leader should always be like we always treat everybody equally in the team.
That's a great point, Nishta, having a lot of things on our hands, and counting on our leaders for everything that we do, and not thinking them as other person, right? So that's a really good shot, and especially in our early careers, we definitely need someone like this who we can who can really tell us things without making us think otherwise. So thank you, Nishta, for that. And another question to you, Gayatri. So, what is something that you learned after working in the tech industry? That what is your biggest inspiration that helped you to become a leader?
There is, you cannot pinpoint and say this is the only thing that has inspired you. There are so many things that can inspire and motivate a leader. And one of the biggest important thing is how passionate you are about what you're doing. If you believe you can cause and have a clear vision for what you want to achieve, I think it will be much easier to inspire others, to follow your lead. That's what I think. Personally, that's my opinion.
Great one. So, no, every step is a learning. That's
Absolutely, absolutely.
that's an amazing thing, Gayatri.
Yeah, thank
So,
you.
Atmiya, what is, why do you think that girls to be open to consider the technical thing, and how can they advance in it?
Sorry, your question, I was not able to hear you clearly.
Yeah. What do you think could be some technological stuff that people can learn and, get on with?
Yeah.
Like in their college, right? In their college, what can they improve upon their
in the
skills?
early part of their career?
Yeah. So one thing, obviously, as I said, we need to keep ourselves updated because we are in technology. It keeps on changing, evolving. So apart from keeping yourself updated, the second thing is having a good network. Okay. Always be connected. Now we obviously way back then we didn't have so much except for meeting people and building that networking, with the colleagues that we work. But now we have platforms like LinkedIn. We have so many platforms. Okay, we just need to be there. We need to keep on at least keep that network, because that does help us when we are struggling with something. we have such platforms where we can reach out to people, and I'm sure some or the other help or advice will definitely let you go ahead in through that difficult phase if you are having some challenges. So always keep that network, and second is just keep upgrading yourself. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, yes, Atmia. You know, the as I said earlier, like self construction, right? So that's another interesting virtue, and I wish that all of us can construct within ourselves in a very earlier part of our career to stay longer, right? So thank you for making it very clear. And with that being said, I have my very, like this question, I'll be putting it out openly for all of you to answer. So what, in your experience, please let me know what is the resources or initiatives that you have profoundly, found it yourself, particularly that helped women, that is helpful for women in tech. Like, what are the resources or initiatives that you have found, particularly that can help women in tech? I'll
For me,
pinpoint you. Yes.
yeah, for me, I believe it is connecting with experienced professionals who can guide you and support you in your career. That is one thing which I have learned for myself.
Great. So what do you think, Atmi, about this?
Yeah, so I think for me, having the right set of mentors who can guide you. Okay. Because when we are obviously giving our best, sometimes you need that person to show you that, okay, this is where, or this is what you need to do, so that you can then focus on that particular thing. And some things which we might not be able to see, the other person who is a mentor can obviously see and guide. So that is something which I feel is needed.
Great point. Maybe getting someone who can think from our shoes could be another plus, right? Great point. Lata, would you want to add anything to this?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Okay. So I think, I have a similar this thing like everybody else, which is, I think connections. And even today we run the Shooting Stars Foundation. We have about 800 sponsored students that we sponsor college education. Today we had a bunch of medical scholars coming in for an alumni event. And the big thing that we talked about was communication and relationship. Technology is very good. Actually, the girls here, all you girls from Jyoti and other engineering colleges, best is to get educated in technology, right? You have to be very good at it, But once you get into the field, technology is one thing, but the biggest thing that's going to take you to the next level is communication and relationship, right? How you communicate with people, how you relate to people. At this point, I don't do any coding anymore. For me, my biggest work right now is talking to a lot of executives and convincing them to come to a common ground. That's all I do. But I'm a technical guy, but I was coding all my life, but this is what I do now. And that's where you get to, right? So what I suggest is do it now itself, right? Talk with your peers, talk with your professors. I know it's very, especially as a girl, it's very challenging to go to a professor, but we have, especially Jyoti Institute, we have talked with all of your professors. They're very, very outgoing, very, very Prapajan sir is here, Srinidhi is here. They're very outgoing and very friendly, right? So talk to them, get used to it. Now, Sunday, when you come to the event, you're going to see a lot of Optiv functional professional people, right? You've got to, take away your shyness and start communicating with them. The more English is not an issue. You can communicate in any language, right? Get that confidence, get that communication. And I think that's what helped me kind of grow to where I am right now and being able to do different things. So I think that was a learning from me through a resource that I had, that somebody mentored me to do this, and that helped me a lot. So I think communication, relationship skills are very important, girls.
Thank you, Lata. Over to you, Rupam.
I feel like wherever anyone is getting an opportunity to learn something about anything, they should just go ahead and dig more into it, try to learn what you want to understand. It's just not the overview, what you are getting. There are so many multiple things which you can understand when you're talking to someone. Ask them how this works, how we can go into this thing, or how we can make this way. And there are multiple sources also currently where you can ask your questions and you can get your answers. Apart from your everyone does not have the mentorship in their house or in their circle. Sometimes it doesn't work. So whenever you get an opportunity to talk to someone whom you feel that this person can help me out, just don't stand on that place and just say yeah, okay. You have to ask more, that how did you do this, how can we go there, and what is the best way. So you have to make your ways by your own. The doors will not be opened by itself. You have to open it. So wherever you get an opportunity, wherever you have the a ball of knowledge, just get into it, ask, and then you will get to next step, and then another step. So there are multiple sources. Mentorship is the perfect thing, but wherever you feel like everyone, you can just ask. Just don't think I cannot get any info from this person or that person. Everyone will be having, because everyone right now, I believe, is into very knowledgeable zone that they will guide you correctly only. So that's very good thing. Talk to people, communicate, and you'll get your answers.
That's great, Rupam. I think, self-exploration and the question like that we answered within ourselves by learning on our own, right? So those are the things that are going to help us in a longer run. So, good point on that, Rupam. And I think same question to Nishita.
Yeah, so I feel that learning new technology is to always develop a curious mindset. So, like one should always be curious about how things work and what technology can do for them. So, if somebody is keeping this kind of mindset, it will always help them to stay motivated and eager to learn new things. And the second thing is that, we should always embrace lifelong learning. So, in the tech industry, as Atme also said previously, that this is a never ending learning journey. So we should always build a strong professional network where we can learn from each other. So that will help us to develop soft skills, that will help us to work on our personal projects and professional projects as well. And also, we should always learn from like what are failures. Like if I'm not able to do something right now, I ask people, then I will be able to achieve that, and I will be able to fulfill whatever I was doing and I was not able to do with the help of other people. So we should always learn with our failures, that why I was not able to do that thing in past, and whenever in future I have the same situation, I will be able to execute it if I try learning with my failures.
Thank you, Nishita. Like learning from our failures is the profound thing that we can do in our entire lives, because anytime anyone can fail, right? But learning from that and doing that not again is something that all of us at times are missing out. So definitely a good point. Thank you, Nishita. And yes, with this being said, we draw this to a conclusion, the Women in Tech panel into a conclusion. Thank you so much. The entire session was a lot of learning, and especially for people like me who are from college and who are final years and who are stepping into the early part of their career, right? So we got to learn a lot of things from you guys. So thank you so much for giving us a lot of enriching experience by your decades of expertise. So thank you so much.
And not just the girls, I think the others also learned, even the other adults in the room also learned from each other, right? For me, it is all is well. I'm very tense, I stress out all the time. And when you tell to yourself, okay, all is well and everything will happen, I think so I got that. So everybody gets a takeaway from here. So I got that. So thank you all so much, Optiv. I know this was very last minute and all of you jumped in. And that's one thing for you all girls, right? It's not about us learning and doing something. You see, everybody here, Atmaya, Gayatri, Nishta, Rupam, Lancy, it's a Sunday evening for them. And as they said, they have, domestic chores, family to look after and all that. But why are they coming here? Why have they spent their hour, and they spend probably a couple of hours preparing for the session? Is because we want to give back, right? We completely understand where you all are, where you will go to be, and we all want to give back. We all want to help you. So this world is full of, help for you and resource for you. All you have to do is focus and get forward. Once again, Optiv experts, thank you so much for your time. Really, really inspiring. We also recorded it, so we'll be sending out to everybody. But this has been an extremely enlightening session for all of us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
Thank you so much.
And I hope all the girls on the call have taken back something as a learning. And please learn to reach out. If you keep things to yourself, you're not going to learn anything. Make sure you reach out. Make sure you take that little step forward. So if you look at me, I started when I was 18. I come from a very small town. And when I came to Hyderabad, if I would see a plane flying, I would go out and watch it. From there to here. So you can imagine, from there, I have reached here. That means you girls can also do it. There is no stopping. There is nothing that, you can't do in life. Just learn to be confident. As Lata said, I agree. Language should not be a barrier. You should be able to speak in whatever language you're doing. English, I learned a lot later. Okay. My background is I come from a railway mixed high school, a government school, and then reading, talking to people, it's okay. Even if you make mistakes, it's fine. If somebody is going to laugh at you, it's their problem, not your problem. So you always don't discourage yourself saying that I don't know the language. What will the other person think? Let the other person think what he or she needs to think. But you be confident, and that is the only way you'll be able to learn.
Excellent.
Thank you, Shooting Stars, for giving us this
Yeah,
opportunity,
thank you.
and wishing all the women out there the best in their careers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you never know, you may get some of the girls who do their projects into Optiv.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We'll be
Sure.
happy.
That's what Lokesh
Great.
is very excited. He's like, yeah, maybe we'll get some of you into Optiv to work for
Yeah.
Optiv. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
exactly. So good luck, all of you girls.
Good luck. Yeah.
All the
Thank
best,
you very much.
all the
All the
girls
best.
there, and thank you, Shooting Star, for having us with you this evening.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
All the best. Bye.
Bye bye.
Rukshana.
Yes, Lata. So we are
Take a
waiting
screenshot.
for.
Can you take a screenshot of the chats? I'm not able to. I don't know why I'm not able to. Yeah,
Yeah,
we will start the next session. We will start. So next session is how to win a hackathon, right, Rukshana?
Yes, Lata.
Okay. Yeah, just take a screenshot of the chats. I'm not able to do it.
I'll take it. No issues.
Yeah, all of the participants, please stay on. And
Everyone
we'll
thought
switch
it
gears.
is the end.
Sorry.
Everyone thought it's the end, so most of them are dropping off. So please, guys, don't drop off. You have another amazing session on the lineup.
Yeah. I will send another thing there. So yeah, if you can save the chat.
Chat is here. No issues. Hi, guys. We'll give you another 2 minutes to just rest up, and then we can start.
And meanwhile, you can fill the survey for the this thing. It is in the chat. Can you please send it again, Rukshana? And I will send it in the WhatsApp group also.
You think we should be doing the WhatsApp group, because we don't do it actually.
I will send the form link in the WhatsApp group, I said.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, okay. Should I tell in the group that the meeting is starting?
Yes.
Yeah, you can go ahead and start, Rukshana.
Got that. Give me a minute.
Okay. You can go ahead and start, Rukshana. We can't hear you. I think you're on mute.
Yeah. 1 minute, 1 minute left.
Yeah, sure. So while Rukshana's gearing up, so everybody else, again, welcome to the meeting today and for the event next week. We hope all of you have input your registration in the main form, as well as your full team registration in the team formation form. If you don't have a team, put your information in the I need a team form, and we will form a team for you. So from a next week perspective, so right now you'll have a couple of sessions. I know it's a Sunday night, but bear with us. The next 15 minutes is going to be like, how do I win a hackathon? So basically, what is a hackathon? How do you go about it? What are some important pointers? That's what we're going to see now. And then in another 15 minutes, 20 minutes, we will have somebody from Optiv come and talk about cybersecurity. So what is cybersecurity? What kind of projects can you do there and all that? So that you can learn more about it. And after this, tomorrow you'll be sent some more information about the hackathon, the timings, how do you report, when do you report, when do you start. So this is a 24-hour hackathon with the online portion starting first Saturday afternoon next week. It will go to Sunday evening. And then Sunday is the in-person hackathon at Optiv, at Jyoti Institute College in Bangalore. So that's the list of things. Okay, go ahead, Rukshana. I was just filling time for you.
Great. Okay. Hi, guys. Again, this is Rukshana from Shooting Stars Foundation. I'm the Digital Marketing Associate in Shooting Stars Foundation. And I am an, third year undergraduates in cybersecurity. I'm currently doing my third year here. So yes, I'll quickly tell you guys what we can do and how we can win the hackathon. And we have a lot of people coming in. Great. Okay, so if I'm going to ask you about hackathons or datathons, most of you more probably wouldn't know anything about it, right? That's how I was months ago, like you. I never knew anything, and bare minimum, I just know how hackathons were conducted. But being on the other side, being as a part of a company that does hackathons and funds other with the other nonprofits and with other corporates, it is like a whole new experience. And ideating and doing all these hackathons as an organizer is yet another thing. So I'll tell you my journey from a common person who barely knows anything about hackathons to a person who is now organizing a hackathon. So like you, I never knew anything about hackathon except that it is something that is related to coding. So now here it is. What is a hackathon? So a hackathon is like a fun thing that is where you build something innovative. You create solutions for the common people and existing problems. You get your hands dirty on the problems in terms of giving them a solution. And then, they're simple. It's like, one event to enhance your skills and your learning altogether. Great. Okay, so how do we start the hackathon initially? We form a very good team. So hackathon is like not mostly a single man's or women's game. It needs a very good team with multiple talents together. For example, one should know how to pitch, one should know how to design, and one should know how to code, and one should pitch and should be a business person to sell the idea and get that clarified. So it is preferred that we understand the hackathon sentences very clearly, and then it is preferred that we have a clear understanding of what is expected out of everyone and not the interference into the other shoes without the invitation. So also there is very strong understanding between there should be very strong understanding between the team members, and if you win it, it is your win and your whole team's win. And if you lose it, it is not just about you, right? It is going to be the whole team's loss. So be mindful of that. And other thing is that there are many contests that are happening in a day-to-day path, but identify which definitely suits you best, and then identify which that suits your skill set. Ideally, your team should have done something considerably in the area which you want to go into the context. And websites like Hacker Earth has got many contest details. For example, All India Hackathon was there in Hacker Earth, and a lot of the hackathons are being posted there on a daily basis. So please have your hands ready onto that, and you guys will have a lot of clear idea when you just join a hackathon, okay? And then there are many other hackathon websites like HackerRank and LessMe, and a lot of other hackathon.coms that can give you a great insight. And then once the contest is chosen, then the next step is very, very important. Get very simple. We have the platform ready for you, but it's just your idea that's going to get you into the other level. So when you see the initial process of a hackathon is the abstract idea submission, correct? So prepare a well-versed abstract that can teach you a lot of other things. So for example, prepare a well-understandable problem statement. It should not be very lengthy, but at the same time, it should convey your idea in a very proper way. And then one example could be to provide a solution towards minimizing the frequent navigation checks using mobile bike car rides. So other thing is that have some reference from leading newspapers and from some citations and some stuff like that. So these kind of things in your abstract would be a great hit. And highlight surveys and that could strengthen your problem statement. Draw a simple architecture diagram with components which you think you will be able to use to build a solution with. And it can be of any type, like hardware or software. And also there should be a very strong understanding between the team members. And remember that, it never feel that you are the only person who is doing it. So you have the entire team, whether you lose or not. And then there is this how do we build a solution part of it, right? So take all the components you need with you, like keeping everything ready for you in your online hackathon or your offline hackathon could be something that is of a great start, right? And having yourself doing all these things, and at the end of the day, planning on several aspects of it, that is something that you need to take ahead when you join any hackathons. So clearly understand what you're going to do or what you're going to build in the next duration of the hackathon, and target not too many things to be solved in the 24 hours. Take one challenge at a time, solve it, and then you solve it. So too many ideas at a time is like a little mess. And make sure that you project your works under all ideal conditions. And if you have some assumptions, just clearly convey it to the judges, because at the end of the day, when they found out it will be a negative impression for you. That could make you lose marks, and that could make you not win the hackathon. Okay. And then be sure about in what aspects you shall improve the product. So a product definitely shall have many factors for improvement. Before the judges say it, just say it, in the next iteration, we're going to model it like this. And clearly have the working architecture as a diagram, and know that what is the selling point of your innovation, and make sure that the hardware is like clearly fabricated, or the software is like well written, following the coding guidelines. So it is preferred that we have a documentation done as well, which can be given to the judges to have a quick look. So this type of documentation in most of our hackathons, we ask for it. And in Optiv also, we will let you know if you will be getting into that. So for surely, please document each and every process of it. And so building solutions, when I continue with all of the shortlisted people from the abstracts, then a few of the teams get into the final round of the competition. So the selection is basically based on novelty, completion, usefulness, ease of bringing the product to market, presentation with clarity and within the team, and relevance to the team. So as you can see, all of these should be like clearly conveyed to the judges when they interact with you. Once you're shortlisted, you have a bigger challenge waiting for you. And then ideally, the presentation should be for 3 to 5 minutes with a couple of minutes for Q&A. So the final product should contain the final output and 3-minute video explaining the project idea completely. So for you guys, it is an offline hackathon and in-person hackathon where we have a lot of people coming in, right? So it's a video pitch, and it's gonna, get on with things and make it a very visible, very, clear project idea. So make sure that you're presenting the offline hackathon in a very good way. And the presentation should be like very smooth. It should be like, speaking for itself. So one thing that I every time score is my deck that I present. So I have a lot of paper presentation competitions in my college, and also a few hackathons where my pitch and my presentation, right? The deck that I use, be the deck or be the way that I present, all of those are just on point. So that's something that you guys have to have. So please make sure that you have your presentation that speaks for yourself, and then you have the pictorial representation in that instead of just paragraphs, because no one is going to have that broader version of reading it from 3-4 meters back, all from the screen. So please make sure that you have your PPT, your deck in a very clear way. And the pitch, as I said, which could be around for 3 to 5 minutes. If I consider 5 minutes, then I'll tell you that you need the introduction and need for the products, which will go for a minute, and then the architecture and the technical details of the project, the demo and the functioning, which will go for 1 minute. And apart from that, we will have the other functionings of the the complete project, that is the summary. So overall summary will cover all the disadvantages and advantages of the project and the finals. So when you come to this, the presentation, if you don't know the answer for some questions, say to the judges that you don't know about it. So the presentation should have the clarity, as I said earlier, and it should have the complete know-how and know-why about the product, a sharp presence of mind when you're presenting it, and some humor to it, and finally a good communication skills, which mostly all of us have. And test if your laptop works, mic works, a presentation is smooth, etc. before the finals, so that you don't miss out on anything. Because when you have all of the parts of the presentation, and if this thing is not correct, then it's going to be a bummer for you. So please make sure that you have all of these, in your hand. And then if you don't know answers for, some questions, try to comprehend the question and listen fully to that. Because, when you're in a hurry, when you're tensed, when you're in anxiety, when you're anxietized enough, then you will not be able to listen to the question fully or answer it in a proper way. So please comprehend the question right after you hear it, and hear it properly. So just thank the organizers and the hosts who do for it, because they put their heart and soul to it, which when I was even participating, we had this very good quality of thanking the organizers and the host, which creates a good impression within them. This is like giving back to what you got, right? So give back, and we wish that you win the next hackathon. So here is the judging rubrics. So we have the part of the ideation, innovation, technical functionality and design, presentation, and the wow factor, which will be weighted for 20%. And this is going to be the same for the Optiv as well. And this is the participants to-do list. Here is the how you can code the solution, test the product, and create a presentation deck. You need to prepare the pitch, mock the pitch to the mentors, and make changes based on the feedback, and submit the project or presentation in their post, and pitch the presentation to the judges. So with these steps, we have won a lot of hackathons, and we wish that you guys can do too. So thank you so much. And if you have any queries, please do drop that down in the chat box. I'll be able to clear that out in the chat box itself.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rukhsana. Hopefully this was very clear to people. Thanks again. And as she said, she joined Shooting Stars Foundation through a hackathon, the IBM hackathon a couple of years back. And she had a very good experience that she decided to join us part-time. She is doing cybersecurity major in an amazing college, and she's working part-time for us as a digital marketing executive. So thank you, Rukhsana. And any quick questions, you can have it here, or we also have the WhatsApp group. So you can go ahead and post your questions in the WhatsApp group, and one of us will answer.
Great. So with this, we can actually go back to the next part of the session, that is the basics of cybersecurity. So we have an expert from Optiv for this. So okay, Pushpa, are you here?
Yes.
No.
You're on mute, Pushpa.
Yeah. Thank you, Rukhsana.
Great. Let me quickly have you there. 1 minute. I'll pin you.
Want to give a short introduction, Rukhsana?
Yeah. I'm gonna give a short introduction. Give me a minute.
We talk about a product, it's a prototype. It's usually, again, it's a 24 hours. It's a basic hackathon, with several kinds of expertise. So again, everything has credit. So if you're not able to do a fully functional prototype, that's okay. At the end of the day, those are the weightages, right? So technically, how have you done it is what they will see. Yes, some will have credit if you complete it, but if not, that's okay. Even for the effort, you will still get credit. Is it compulsory to code? Yes. Again, I'm not, maybe Pushpa will be able to answer that, or somebody else. Again, in a cybersecurity world, what does coding mean? I personally am not aware of that. But at the end of the day, it's solving a cybersecurity problem through creating an application. Whether you create that application with a code, or with with a platform, with a plug and play kind of thing. I don't know what is available in the market, but everything is accepted from that perspective. And we're not talking about a C, C++ coding at this point. Okay, so any other questions you can ask in the WhatsApp group for all students, so we can answer from there. And now we'll go on to the next part of the program.
Okay, so very excited that we have Pushpa here with us. So she's here for the basics of cybersecurity session. So Pushpa is from Optiv. She is having a 7.6 years of experience in IT, working with Optiv for the last 4.6 years as analyst too. So she is known for various client performance, threat analysis in the 24/7 environment. She has mitigated and managed a lot of threats and risk to the company, and gaining the 99% security in data. She has implemented multi-layer security system for her company, which includes enhanced antivirus, anti-spam, and anti-spyware, which reduced malware risk. So she has a CHFI certification and Compatia Security Plus certification. So good to have you here, Pushpa. Please get your session started. We are very excited, and me, especially being a cybersecurity student, I'm very excited to, get a lot of insights from you. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Ruchana. It's very happy to be part of the session. One sec, let me share my screen.
I'll give you access, Puspa.
Yeah.
Got that. You got that.
Actually, Ruchana already she covered all my bio, but still I wanted to take this opportunity to explore myself.
Sure.
Working with Optiv from last 4.6 years as a threat analyst, working for different client with different type of threats and risk, the company to secure data. And let's talk about what is cybersecurity. I would say cybersecurity is not a technology game. It's a human game. And no matter how smart you secure your data, always there will be an online threat that can put your company information in risk. So it's a fast growing field that continuously gives you new challenges for your company, and sometimes for individually we also face a lot of challenges for the due to this cybercrime. And
Pushpa, can you please speak up or come nearer to the mic, please? Just so it'll be more clearer. Just come clear to the mic and speak a little bit louder. Sorry. Thank you.
Am I audible now?
Yes, now is better.
So you want me to start from the beginning, or I can
go? No. This is no. This is good. This is good.
Okay. So as I said, cybersecurity defends cyber attack by protecting sensitive data such like personal information and financial data, software, and all this data we are protecting from cyber threat. The bottom line of cybersecurity is to protecting data against unauthorized access. Generally we used to face a lot of issues sharing personal information. So that is what the cybersecurity function. And let's talk about cyber attack. There are n number of cyber attack in market, which is phishing, spear phishing, ransomware, DDoS, social engineering attack. I'll tell you the basic how we can protect from this kind of threat. Always keep your software update. Avoid opening suspicious emails. Use antivirus and antivirus malware. We can also use security file sharing tools while sharing any data, either personal data or company data. We should have a backup for your data. We should always keep backup for your data. Avoid using public Wi-Fi, because sometimes what happens, cyber criminals use a combination of technology to hack your personal information. And never arrange a meeting with someone you don't know. And always use a firewall and update antivirus software, and don't share your name or password with anybody. Okay. as it's very quite and short time, and as the technology growing day by day, cybercrime also growing. So always we should be updated on our own skills, and don't stop learning. That's very important. Yeah, over to you, Ruxana.
Thank you, Pushpa. Thank you for giving us a great insight about all the, steps right here. Yes, it was very short, but it was crisp, and yeah, thank you so much, Pushpa, for that. So, guys, any questions? Please shoot
Hey,
out.
Rukshana, one thing I would like to add here is if you can please go to DevPost and show the last year cybersecurity hackathon projects. I think if we can, okay, let me also try it so that it can explain. So that was, we were supposed to do that, along with this is like, what is a cybersecurity project, and, how could you kind of, go about doing the cybersecurity project. So
sure,
if you have the dev post, you could show.
Yeah,
so
sure.
it's mostly what are some example, and I think this link was sent, but I think it will be good for us to explain what this is about and how it'll also show you. The dev post example will show you, how to do your project and also present it. For this Sunday event, you'll be presenting on in person, but in general, you could see the basics of the presentation. Okay. Are you there? Or I can share.
Yes, but I got it. Great. Okay, guys. So we had a NetScout event, which was a cybersecurity event, and we had an amazing response from all the participants. And here are a few of the presentations that we think could, bring out a lot of, stuff from you guys too. So you can see this is Cyber War Games, and these people have developed and built with a lot of coding. So they have used, there are 3 people who have built it. It is Natas, Pluton, and Narnia. So they have taken inspiration from all of these games. So they have these Cyber War Games. It is especially for the war things involved. And next we have
Rukshana, can I share my screen just a second, because I think you're logged in as manager, correct?
Yep.
So I think I have a project gallery view. So if I can please share, give me 1 second, please. Sorry. So, okay. So this is the gallery view, and this, all of you, are you seeing my screen, Rukshana and others?
Yes.
Yeah. If you log in with your current DevPost account, you will be able to send, and this link is there in the participant guidebook and will be sent tomorrow to all of you. So, so these are the projects that were created in our last hackathon, right? So basically, see, some of the examples were an authentication system where the passwords are stored, securely. Or this is the one that Rukshana just showed. We've used over-the-wire cyber war games to kind of secure the servers more. See, somebody created a cybersecurity game challenge for beginners. So these are just examples, a multi-layered web-based user authentication system. So these are all just various examples of what you could create as projects. So definitely take a look at all of these. Click on it, go inside. Most of them will have a video, to show how they created. So this is just plain examples, but at the same time, we want you to be innovative, right? Like Pushpa kind of explained what are the current common security threats. Read about the current security threats, and which one really interests you. Go ahead and see if you can create what is the current problem today with that kind of a cybersecurity threat, and what kind of solution can you create. So again, I know we are all, the participants are not experts in cybersecurity, so we're not expecting you to create an amazing project or whatever, but even a basic project, right? Even a secure app that will detect password issues or secure password breaches, or a website that teaches people on how to be secure. Those are all some basic things. If you're new, I know most of you are first. I see a lot of first year entries, which is very good. We want you to learn. and final year entries. So final year you may be more aware, and that's where you would get by doing a great project, you would get more access to Optiv internships and placements when they have it ready. But but at whatever level you create a cybersecurity based project, that's what the judges will be looking for, right? So basically, from that aspect of it. So we want you to be very clear. So basically you're solving a cybersecurity problem. So that's what the theme of the hackathon is. So my suggestion for the next week for you guys will be to learn all about cybersecurity. What are the current threats today in cybersecurity? What are the current problems today in cybersecurity? And then look at several, you just go search, right? Projects about cybersecurity or basic projects in cybersecurity. Just go and see what others are doing, learn yourself. And this link will be sent to you, or you can go to DevPost and just search NetScout Cyberathon, and you will get you'll get to see all of this, and that will give you more ideas. So this whole week I suggest that start researching, because you can't get ideas on next Saturday and then do it in 24 hours, right? So the next 1 week, start researching ideas, what you can do.
I think Lata is cut off. So it's better, guys, that we have a great hand and look into, what do I say? I think it's better that we have a look in the post. The participants guidebook is ready for all of you guys. So please go get onto that and have a look on it. We can quickly get started from there itself. So thank you, Pushpa. Thank you so much for being here again. We wish to learn a lot of things from you.
Thank you very much, Rukhsana.
Okay, guys, so there is this raffle link that is being shared across. So please make use of both of the raffle. So if you enter into it, you will win a lot of raffle prizes. So please make sure that you write good comments about us, and also constructive feedback and criticism if you have anything to say for us, so that we can learn from you. Thank you so much for being here till this end. And yes, we are hoping to see you in another part of it. Thank you. Bye-bye.